From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, May 16th, 2018. Silver is trading at $16.20 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,287 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $28, and the average price of Bitcoin is $8,372. Antiwar.com reports aerial combat drills involving U.S. and South Korean warplanes are riling North Korea, whose state media referred to the exercise as a provocative military ruckus. North Korea has responded by postponing some high-level talks with South Korea set for Wednesday in the DMZ. North Korea's statement also admonished the U.S. to undertake careful deliberations about the fate of the planned North Korea-U.S. summit. North Korea submitted a notice to South Korea on the Wednesday postponements, but the U.S. State Department says they've received nothing suggesting a change in summit plans. There was a lot of speculation that North Korea is backing away from the talks, but that doesn't seem to be the case with the summit. At least for now, plans don't appear to be changing, and months of planning for such a historic meeting would be hard to scrap at this point. The Kim-Trump summit has been confirmed for June 12th in Singapore, and U.S. officials say there is no sign that this sudden increase in tensions is in any way putting that in jeopardy. The talks are expected to focus chiefly on denuclearization. North Korea had looked the other way during the annual spring military exercises in South Korea, which were smaller than usual and half the length of normal. It's not clear exactly why the new aerial drills are much more objectionable, but North Korea suggested they view it as a violation of the understanding they'd reached at a summit with South Korea. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports one person died and at least 3 more sustained injuries after an explosion at a medical building in California. The Orange County Fire Authority said one person who was inside the building died at the scene. The explosion occurred at about 1 p.m. and caused damage to the first floor of the 2-story building, which was under construction. Officials declared a second alarm fire and hazmat situation, and crews successfully extinguished a fire at the building after the explosion. Officials originally believed the explosion was caused by a car crashing into the building, but Orange County Sheriff's Department spokeswoman Carrie Braun said no car was involved and the department was investigating how the explosion occurred. Bomb squad investigators and the FBI worked to determine the cause of the blast, but authorities said there was no ongoing threat to the community. Officials did not consider the explosion suspicious and they found no explosive devices. The FBI also said there was no indication of terrorism, but would continue to investigate out of caution. Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into Zencash. Zencash is the world's first private, distributed, and reliable platform for communications, transactions, and publishing. Zencash has the ability to use both transparent and shielded transactions, with shielded transactions using zero-knowledge proofs. Zencash features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at Zencash.com. That's Zencash.com. Reuters reports a panel of 3 appeals court judges in California on Tuesday asked the federal government to defend its decision to end a program protecting from deportation some immigrants, who are often referred to as dreamers, who came to the United States as children in violation of immigration laws. The 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals must rule on whether to uphold a lower court's nationwide injunction ordering the government to keep the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival program in place while litigation challenging its termination proceeds. The administration of President Donald Trump announced in September that it would scrap the 2012 program, also called DACA, launched by former President Barack Obama, and said it was up to Congress to find a legislative solution. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions said the program was unlawful, a position the appeals court judges asked the attorney for the government to explain on Tuesday. The panel of judges could issue their decision at any time. The U.S. Supreme Court, which in February declined a request to weigh in before the appellate court, said at the time it assumed the appeals court would rule swiftly. Ali Tarabi, a DACA recipient who came from Iran with his mother and younger brother 23 years ago, said both parties are playing a lot of politics with our lives. They've let us down so many times. This has been FPP Radio News, online at FPPRadio.com.